teams have to show here. It's Fnatic against Double Pony on Nuke in our second match of today.
Yeah, kicking it off, it's going to be, as you said, Fnatic CT side, Double Pony on the offense, and, well, a couple of players actually going straight onto the nades, so Exercise and Afro, I believe, pulling out smokes and flashes. We'll see a slightly quicker play, and indeed, that looks to be the case. The drop over on main. Actually, not going to move through main, not quite with it, I don't believe. Instead, over towards Hell, looking to try and get up close and personal with these Glocks. But Mezzy, he's tucked in underneath the ladder right now. He was baiting for his teammate the entire time. He's gone ahead and gotten himself two. They shut down the ramp push in the meantime as well. Lucky doing what he can, but he's overwhelmed from both sides. And, well, that lurking Afro now is not really going to be left with an opportunity to do very much. He had been... He'd invested himself, rather, in towards that P250 as well, alongside the nades. Hoping he'd be able to do something at the with these ranged angles, rather, outside. But it hasn't really worked in his favor. He's got some time, though. That's a positive.
Yeah, got some time on 1 vs 4. Very unlikely. I really liked the setup of Fnatic there, having the read very, very quickly. They heard all those players dropping down and outside, but they knew, okay, they're not pushing into A. They must make their way either through secret or outside. Mezzy there, hearing all the steps, working around with his teammate, bait and switch scenario. Very well played by both of them, and with this completely shutting down the pistol strat here for Double Pony. One interesting thing I wanted to point out, although we couldn't really see it come into play, was Brolin got the dual Berettas dropped and got Kevlar for himself. But, sadly, we couldn't play this out that well because of how the push went as well, going through outside, and he was on A. Yeah. Very interesting to see some of those strategies, especially, obviously, the dual Berettas, they cost $100 less, and they're definitely still a good gun when it comes to pistol rounds, not afterwards. And Chiquinho with the Scout gets the tag, but can't finish off body.
Not able to get the finish, but the FAMAS is pushing up and outside. Might be able to do a little bit more damage. Indeed, Alex tapping heads. Pretty crisp so far. Already getting 3. Can't quite spray down the final 2, so they will suffer a casualty. But it's going to be Mezzy who follows up pretty cleanly himself on that FAMAS. So 1 death in the end, and not going to be too big of a deal. Up against that anti-eco anyway. But now there is the full money there for the buy to come true from Double Pony. They'll get the rifles at least, but there's not going to be an op being pulled out early on, which is a little bit unfortunate. Obviously, Exercise being the newest addition to this Double Pony lineup, he had some pretty big shoes to fill, trying to step in for NBK. And while he hasn't been a standout fragger for them, I think he's done a pretty good job so far, just stepping in and being so far a pretty young player who still has a lot of room to grow within this lineup as well.
For sure, for sure. I mean, Double Pony, even if they can't shop at this event, they have a lot of talent and body, a really capable, talented in-game leader, so can definitely keep track of them and be hopeful as a French fan to soon have a #2 French team, which is looking very, very strong. Of course, with Vitality, we already have one really strong, talented roster. Double Pony here. We'll find a frag back outside, but Alex with the quick answer actually makes the FAMAS look like a great gun. He's gonna get 2. And wow, Mezzy now finds the spray through the smoke, and that round is definitely done. Fnatic with a solid start, especially if they survive with 4 players left alive. Afro should be hopeful. Maybe he can find this 1 kill, picks up the AK, no one hurt him. At least I think no one hurt him.
Yeah, so as you said, all 4 do remain standing in the end for Fnatic, and yeah, it's not really a great gun round to try and kick things off there for Double Pony.
Yeah.
Running into what seemed like a brick wall, really, in Fnatic. The one thing we've got to say is, as we were saying, Fnatic just haven't really played much of this map. I think they've played it once in the last couple of months. Then you have to go back like 3 or 4 months to actually find that haven't been played again, when obviously things weren't really the same for them. So there's not really too much to go off of. So in terms of what preparation Double Pony could do specifically for Fnatic coming into this, probably not a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Shows how much they struggle with this right now. They got 1 kill per round. And that is gonna move them to take a timeout. Fnatic with a dominant start. Now on the op, Chiquinho Fun story, by the way. I was at a DreamHack Winter with an organization in which Giacchino, when he was still a very small unknown player, very young, he was in the same org as mine. So I think he even was driving in the same car as mine. So it's kind of insane when I heard the news that he actually is gonna join Fnatic, which also kind of came out of nowhere. I was really surprised, but of course also happy for him.
Yeah, it was an interesting pickup for sure. See what he can do right now to prove a bit of his worth. Of course, he should be straightforward enough on the first one. No, he misses the shot. I jinxed him. That's exactly what happened right there. Don't put the blame on Giacchino. He's fine. I
Dean's
jinxed him,
fault.
and because I said it, his mouse like shot out of his hand or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something
Happened there.
What the hell just happened?
That is a big issue though, because now Afro has an op, so I'm going to stop messing around, because that really could potentially cost them something in this round, especially if they don't return a kill cleanly here. And, well, I like this. They've made a good call, at least, to re-aggress in towards the lobby. Knowing they've lost outside, they needed control somewhere so they wouldn't just get pinched in on. And they should be able to find Lucky. Indeed, they do. I was worried the P250 might have had a chance to maybe snatch up a frag or two of its own. As, well, they need to go. They need to get into this bomb site real quick now.
Afro spotted the gun barrel, but can't finish off Mezzi, who's going to survive on 19 HP, but yeah, he was fully out of position here. Nowhere to go, so Afro still is going to find the kill in the end, but slows them down just enough. Hold Poney off the bomb site. All the players were ready already, had a good read on this one, and Afro with the orb. I mean, considering how much money he has, his position is known. That's the only risk, but he could look to save up his orb right now. He will not get any loser bonus, and he has to get into a position where he can't get fragged after the time ran out, but looking good, looking good. It seems like with 5 seconds left and the players nowhere near, should be in a position where he can keep his gun. And the rest of the players easily can buy up at this point, because Double Pony obviously lost 4 rounds in a row, but that orb, of course, is gonna come in handy. Still struggling right now. I mean, Fnatic, this is not only a 4-0. Double Pony, they found 5 kills over 4 rounds. This is just a dominant start on the CT side here, but Double Pony with this buy right now, it's actually the best chance to finally answer.
Yeah, I don't want to let too many more gun rounds slip before they get themselves on the board. It isn't obviously as CT side of a map as it used to be, but it can still get pretty bad, especially if you let the CTs really start to build up economy, because then they have all the mollies and nades and such that they need to just hold off those choke points to bombard you with nades when you do start moving. And well, as we do start seeing the Double Pony start to move rather in this round, it's going to be on towards A. Initially, at least, as they unfortunately ending up in 3-on-4. I'm struggling with words here for some reason. It's been a long day. No dinner as of yet since this morning. But Afro's lurking with an op. That's not really what you want right there. As I was saying they had lost out on the trades, only going 1 for 2, so they decided to bring it down towards B, and at least got the bomb plant out of it. And he has no idea. Afro had been hiding the entire time in towards the door. His barrel would have shown, I think, if he waited another half a second before putting his own vision away also. So it's that unfortunate, and it's just a position Fnatic can't really consider going for the retake in anymore. They have to back away. Mezzi's low on money, Brolin's a little bit low as well, so you may as well save. You can get a drop over to Alex, and you can have everything you need again in this next round for Fnatic. But Double Pony, welcome to the scoreboard.
Yeah, a small thing like this can decide the round, because put Fnatic into the position of being able to retake the B side, else you have the player moving quickly down, just adding a lot of extra pressure. In a 3-on-3 retake. Rough, but finally Double Pony, yeah, they are on the scoreboard. They get the first round. Fnatic, of course, with their dominant showing beginning, will be able to easily buy up. They have an AWP, 3 M4s, 2 of them silenced, and the AK, which they were also able to save into the next round as well. Money still was in a fine position. Not anymore after this round, but good for them. Buddy is gonna get tagged down to 53 HP early on already. That nade landing was perfect.
Yeah, just even the little bits of damage makes things that much tougher for Double Pony. Slower round though, just hoping at the moment to hold in towards lobby. There's no presence really being put anywhere else. I think they've got body up on silo from what I'm seeing, but other than that, they're not really moving forward to actually take any of that outside control, even though they do have nades. So if they wanted, they can move back in for it a little bit later on, and I think that might actually be the goal now. They may find this aggression from Ramp instead, though. Indeed, Roland's going to try and lead the charge. The op right in behind them, hoping to be able to at least follow up. And it will indeed be a successful refrag from Jaquinho. Exercise maybe could have slowed things down there after getting that kill, especially with the damage that's already done on towards Lucky.
To give a good amount of information to Fnatic, and with this aggression especially, Double Pony thought twice if they want to take control over outside. Now instead they're going to push the ramp. Alex flashed out, but he's taking slow. He's going to actually back off and gets caught out. Seems a bit indecisive there. I thought he's just going to go for the duel, but Jaquinho, now he's the one stepping up. He's going to get 2 kills. Doesn't expect Joker anymore, but with 24 seconds, you got to get the plant fast here. In the 1v2 scenario, smoke coming out. Joker has no clue where the players are, but he knows he just has to go for the plant, has to risk it, hope that the players aren't ready yet, and indeed, they aren't. Crims here and Messi playing it off each other. Gonna open the doors, gonna make some noise with that one. Joker knows from where the players are coming from. Only 1 flash left on Fnatic, which is used now, so Joker will not really be challenged. He can play from this position. Gets the first kill here. 1 versus 1. You might as well have it here, just drawing the attention towards him without going down. Bomb is ticking fast enough. The round's over. Well played to Joker here, even if he goes down. Well, it's gonna stay alive. It's gonna take the M4 into the next round. But a good clutch here by the Frenchman.
Yeah, and a much-needed round also, so thankfully he is able to pull that off for the sake of Double Pony. Fnatic, though, not going to be too happy about letting it slip because they have no money left over. They hadn't really built up much of an economy for themselves, so it's quite rough. They do have the op on Jaquinho. Other than that, though, I think maybe 1 more rifle max if Messi's willing to drop one over to a teammate and sacrifice down to just maybe being on a pistol with no Kevlar himself. So I don't know if we'll quite see that happening either. I think the 1 eco more likely to come true. I was thinking maybe just the opposite to try and get some damage done. Oh, they're going to go for it.
They're forcing.
It's a bit wild. Considering I can somewhat understand it, but they could also take the eco and get a real buyout in the following one. Rather than having a UMP, a FAMAS, a Deagle as well. Slight lack of nades. Messi has no nades behind his M4, so it's rough. It's definitely rough.
Yeah, tough decision to make. They were thinking, okay, if we eco right now, we give Double Pony a foot back in. We know they don't have money, so we might as well force. But of course, if they eco, they could have bought right in the next round. So right now, that's a bit of a risk to take. Messi is gonna get fragged instantly. It's gonna give the opener to Double Pony to push onto the A side. Might just as well find another kill unless Crim steps up, but he can't. It's instantly gonna get refragged to the A side. Belongs to Double Pony. And that way earlier than you would like to as a CT. Still doable. 3-on-3 scenario actually scratched that. Jaquinho finds body. Really surprising here, because I thought Double Pony, the bomb still didn't go down. They went towards A super fast, got control with this early kill they've gotten. And you would think, okay, quick A plant, set your players up, and that's it. Roland now waiting on the B side, and he actually gets exercise as well. Gonna get caught off guard here, and Fnatic moving up to 5-2. And the force buy worked out in the end. And you can see now, Double Pony, especially without the plant, they are without money.
Yeah, it was high risk and high reward, and thankfully they were able to get the reward from it, which has given them a really nice opportunity. It's flipped the whole situation on its head, where instead it's Double Pony who are forced into even taking an eco. Have a nice opportunity here. Shouldn't drop too many players. I'd imagine that's at least going to be the goal also, considering there is only just some pistols really being upgraded, and a few nades as well, I think, to just try and get this outside control. We've gone heavy on the smokes, so it definitely looks like they do have a plan in mind, and indeed, try and get down secret, get those pistols up in the faces of your opponents, or maybe even move over towards main with it if you're trying to fake out the kind of move down secret. Either way, the main goal being just to catch a couple of players maybe out of position, steal a weapon or two, and see maybe if you can continue to spiral the round out of control from there on. But for now, anyway, pretty passive, you can see from the CTs. Jaquinho Hopefully he can see better than we can see him.
Yeah. It's seems like he's not really holding it together, at least looking at the cam.
Thanos just snapped him.
Ooh. And Jaquinho kind of expects it, but the players still make their way closer towards him, so maybe they're able to run him down, but he gets the lineup as well without really getting challenged. Players coming in, finally getting the kill. Some control, the AWP as well, but Crims now is there. And they had a quite good read on this, so Fnatic without a problem, able to recover the AWP as well, making sure the AK also stays in their hands. On top of that, 4 players surviving, and Double Pony not really making this challenge, but of course it just was an eco round. You hope for some more kills, because if you start to come back, you also want to bring Fnatic's economy to a spot where you can reset them right away. And that is not going to be the case if they win right now.
Yeah, it's still pretty fragile for both sides, really. So Double Pony, they definitely still have a shot at trying to grind out some of these T rounds, but ideally, as you were saying, want to try and get it done now while the economy isn't out of control. And while a 1-for-1 is not a bad pickup on the outside control, moving out, they're going to even get the players down through Secret now. I do believe have an actual lurker over towards ramp there as well, being lucky, so we'll see whether he finds success or not. He's actually going to be quite pivotal because I believe they're pushing in through ramp at the moment as a reaction, so should be clashing pretty soon. Mezzy with the jump peek, and is noggin off the top of the ore right there.
Spotted out the player, so Fnatic already have a read on what could be possible right now. Brolin, of course, he's in a position where he needs to find the lurker there, which is down on ramp. If he moves at the wrong time, Lucky is actually able to strike, unless they have another player moving in there from ramp, but no. Lucky could actually be the key player here for Double Pony. Roland, you need to care. There he is. Body also finding a kill on Mezzy. Around here by Lucky being really patient. Fulfilling his role as the lurker. The plant coming through, and Fnatic at this point. 2 on 3. No chance for them to get back into this round. They know, and while I said the economy, of course, on their side, it is still solid and they could rebuy. You rather want to save because Jaquinho is down to $700 and there's no way you could like go for really, really big buys either. So just having an AWP saved alone is already huge. They have a good set of nades. They have 2 defuse kits, full Kevlar, all of this. That is worth a lot of money. It's worth over 10k. They can save into the next round. Double Pony on the other hand. Wait, Buddy actually... Oh. He went down to the bomb. Okay.
That's a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
It cost them too much though, since obviously they won it out anyway, but I mean, it could come back to haunt them if we see them being forced onto an eco. You never know what that... They're kind of like 3,700 even if you don't include nades, is going to be worth in the future. So we'll see. Yeah. Obviously, though, it's Fnatic who are pretty fragile themselves still, only being able to just scrape the buy back in here. So it's not an ideal position for them either.
Yeah, but even if Body's ADR right now is 69, it's still not that nice that he went down. I had to. Anyways, they might just catch Crims off guard here with a nade out, and that is the key for them to get onto the bomb site A really, really fast. Fnatic completely caught off guard. Sometimes it's all about the timing. Oh. Sometimes it just be like that, you know? You draw out the nade at the wrong time, suddenly there's a T player saying, hello, you're dead. The A site is gone, and Fnatic, yet again, have 2 players saving, but this time there's no AWP to save.
Yeah, unfortunately, not going to be brought over, and this time they won't be able to buy behind it either. So it's finally a position where Double Pony should be able to get an easier round, perhaps off the back of winning one. Even with these 2 M4s, I think probably pistols to just come true. But it's a cleaner one from Double Pony as well, which is also important. Should be fine this time, I think, in towards the door. Indeed, they are. Body's going to survive this time. Be going down again. Not sure if he done any damage. Might still be. No, he's down to the 62 ADR. He needed a little bit to be done to stay on the 69. As you were saying, it wasn't so nice though. That round though works out much better.
Yep.
Good timings, really, just on the kind of burst on towards A. That was the switch up, really. We hadn't seen that so far. The kind of one time they had gone towards A, it was out the door, I believe, and then they ended up dropping down the vent after not really having initial success,
Yeah.
only trading out 1 for 2.
And this time, Fnatic, they don't have money left. So even if they save 2 guns, it's just not gonna be enough to drop good weapons to actually buy up into this round. So they decide they just play around those 2 M4s. Either save them into the next round, or else you can, of course, interesting boost here. You can look to just get some kills here going, maybe damage their economy. Ooh, I like that. I like that. JK and you didn't see that one coming. Brolin now also falling. Double Poney with this boost, just making sure they're 100% gonna get the round. Unless, wait a minute, that was a bit too easy for Alex.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not really going to be much else coming for Fnatic. Only that 1 kill so far that Alex was able to find, and well, as the call was made, obviously, that M4 is up on the A-bomb site, they're just going to go ahead and avoid it. Charge down, ramp on towards B. They've still got to be cautious that Crims, in theory, could be here, but they should realize pretty soon it's clear, and they'll have plenty of space to get that bomb planted without being contested. Honestly, the goal here, I was going to say, should be just to get another weapon, and, well, yeah, they've got the M4 back there to go ahead and hopefully carry both of them over. But it's a good recovery. Initially, obviously, we had Fnatic up pretty dramatically. Damn it, I'm not on the GoTV anymore, so I couldn't actually check the round tracker. But I do believe it was at least the 4-0, obviously, that they have had. And they're just going a little bit back and forth. Eventually, Double Poney taking the control. They're getting themselves up into a fantastic position, and they should even stop these weapons from being saved. Body indeed. He doesn't spot the second man quite yet, so Alex is there for the trade at least, but it's not really enough. They needed all of the weapons, ideally, to be carried over to really allow for them to get that buy-in once again. It should still be here, I believe, but I mean, just it's not working out too well for them, so ideally they would have wanted both of the weapons. It's an AK, though, for Alex. So as long as he carries this over, I think he's pretty happy.
Be able to.
Oh, and
even getting another kill. Ah, solid. With that kill, that's a really good round for Fnatic. Saving an AK, getting 3 kills. Ah, that boost, yeah. That was quite nice. It gives you the kill advantage even if you know, okay, Fnatic doesn't have the best economy. You can make sure to just get this 5th round with the kill advantage. But this is one of those, you know, one of those boosts you will only be able to pull out once or twice.
Yeah, it doesn't usually get many opportunities. The players will probably be a little bit more cautious of it as well. Maybe not moving in towards that position immediately. Yeah. Although maybe the second time pays off, because perhaps you think, yeah, he's only going to do it once.
No way he's going to do that right away.
Again. After the second one, I think, is when you really start to be cautious.
Yeah, and then you check it, and you're so focused on it, and they suddenly pull a completely other... They actually then rush A, and you're just like, ah, damn it.
They were considering doing that right here, it looked like. So maybe that was something within their mind, but they've been slowed down slightly. I think they're just happy enough to go ahead and default out on this one for now. Plenty of time, plenty of utility. And they're up against a double op setup. I don't think they know that, but it probably is best that they slow it down and use those nades to clear out angles.
Yeah, they were throwing in this Molotov to cover the top of the hut. But and then of course they put themselves into position to maybe get like a quick kill on Messi, but they didn't cover the whole one, so he didn't in the end drop down. That's what they were looking for there. Pretty nice strat. I'm actually unsure right now if the Molotov, it should normally, I think, cover the whole one, so that Messi doesn't need to drop down, because what Double Poney obviously wants to do, they want to have players towards the door, and then in the hut as well, towards A. Get this early kill, that's what they were looking for, that's why it looked like they're playing so aggressive, but it didn't work out in the end. So far, still a 5-on-5 though. Absolutely doable for both teams, but Brolin might just need to step up here.
Yeah, and he's actually going to be hunted down in towards the ramp. Still gets the kill on Exercise. And the other players, unfortunately, are a little bit too far behind, but he's not able to hit the follow-up. Caught in the open, didn't quite fade back into a safe position. position where he can hold off. Instead, now his teammates need to get it done. And Alex struggles in behind the door being spammed down. So, still somehow in a 3-on-3 though, so it's a winnable position for sure. Mezzy not quite able to get vision though. And they did hear that single door opening rather, so they're aware of his position.
Yeah.
Obviously, they heard a drop in vent as well. They're pretty much just confirming all of the positions right now as Afro peeks through, takes out Mezzy. And they actually have double doors control because of that smoke that was down, so they have pretty strong positions for the after plant also. Fnatic should already be considering the save. And as Jaquinho gets away fairly lucky with his head right there, he decides indeed the save is what he wants.
Yeah, better off saving right here. Time is ticking fast already. Was 10 seconds off on the clock. It's always a question, how do you want to plant the bomb? Especially on the B side, because you aren't always safe with it if you don't have control outside of the side. Because they still could have been a player towards double doors, but that's where Double Pony had more control over. So they planted it in the smoke more towards double doors. If Mezzy opens the single door there, spots the planter planting, safe towards it, gets the kill, the round's over. But instead, Afro also hears him opening the door, goes for the pre-fire, and then the round was over, but this time in favor of Double Pony, because Fnatic knew, okay, 2 versus 3, bomb planted, they have control, they have enough control over the side, no way we can retake this, and that puts Double Pony back into the game. It is 6-6.
And already a quick opening kill from Afro, so Double Pony don't really seem to want to slow down just because they've got the scoreline tied up now. They want to start running away with a little bit of a lead here if possible, as we said. This is obviously just best of ones. The molly for Brolin. He escapes with roughly half of his health, but considering they're already down by a man, every single bit of damage that they sustain at this point really just makes it that bit more difficult. Looks like Brolin might even reconsider the aggression and get flashed in at least off the back of it. Does indeed catch Exercise. And I was going to say should be able to fall away, but he keeps on fighting. Joko was kept preoccupied by, I believe, maybe a shoulder peeking towards the hut or something. I'm not 100% sure, but there definitely was a slight lack of communication there as well. But and another kill for Alex as well. This is falling apart for Double Pony.
Should be done. Mezzy here in position to take the lucky as well, and yeah, it's all down to Afro. Yeah, I was really confused why they weren't going for the refrag, but that was a good spot by you, Dean, because they didn't actually see there was a player pushing out of the hut, so that was great communication, great team play by Fnatic there. As Afro looking to clutch this out, but Alex going for the refrag himself. Because them pushing out of ramp and out of hut at the same time, but also with the perfect timing that, Brolin gets the initial kill and then pushes yet again while the rest of the players draw attention towards the hut. That was pretty sick. So here, we see the Brolin push, and all the other players are focused towards the ones from Fnatic pushing out of the hut. So them pushing in all together, that was great communication, great team play from them here to make sure that not only Brolin doesn't get refragged, but he actually also gets the second frag there as well.
Yeah, and looks to keep fighting around ramp as well. But honestly, I wasn't sure. I didn't catch it on the radar. I presumed that was the only way that would have played out that way. So
it's the only thing which really makes sense.
Did Mezzy gets caught with a molly in his hand? He actually gets it off to get a kill. All right, turns Afro from the grave. And actually some good damage done on the Lucky as well. Those nades, not what actually done the damage, I don't believe either, as they didn't quite land. It had been faked out initially to pull those nades in. As we end up in a 3-on-3. As I said, the bomb's still not yet planted though, so there's a bit of time here for Fnatic, as you can see, to reposition themselves to set up for the retake and to potentially catch some of these players, maybe even before the bomb goes down. As again, they're still taking their time, only now beginning to put it in place.
Yeah, Double Pony scared some players in heaven. Oh, that was a nice shot by Exercise. Anticipating Alex to be in this position, and now it's all down to Jaquinho. And honestly, if you don't get this initial shot, and even then, you would still be in a 1 versus 2. Go for the save. But with the op shot, he also gives away his position. Maybe that's his plan. But of course, for that, you gotta miss. You aren't allowed to miss the shot. And he does. And that makes it an easy kill. So Double Pony can make sure to take away the AWP. Fnatic, not a lot of money left, but with this being the final round of the half, gotta buy into it anyways. But wow, really huge props to Double Pony. because of obviously both of those rosters in the way they formed, they're rather young. But you would say Double Pony has a lot more players which are inexperienced, because even the new players already got some experience, great experience in previous teams. Like Alex, for example, of course, being a huge in-game leader for Fnatic, and Mezzy and Alex also playing together in Cloud9, even if that, of course, wasn't really that of a successful ride. Double Pony, that they are able to come back here in the best of one like this, with the pressure being on, that is really, really great to see. They keep the pressure up right here. They want to get out of this half with a victory, getting the refrag, but with this also a lot of control around ramp.
Yeah, that was an awkward one on the MP9 there for Brolin. Maybe could have come away with a bit more, but he had committed heavily to the spray, excuse me. As well as it could have. Jaquinho didn't land the tag either, and had already been dinked up through the corner of the wall by Body, so Joko just kind of propels himself through a glass window while shooting an AK. That's something from Max Payne or something right there. With a 3-on-4
really,
now.
Yeah, really feels like Jaquinho, he missed quite a lot of shots in those last 2 rounds.
Struggling a bit.
The pressure is getting to him, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, that is worth noting. Again, only back to LAN, it's home territory for Fnatic as well, being the team. So maybe that adds a little bit of pressure to them. Of course, his body is going to be actually good for the killing towards the window. Mezzy at least returns one, but he goes charging out a single, so he's not able to hang on for any more. Instead, it's all on Crims. He opens up the door, snatches Joko's life, and is now left one-on-one against Lucky.
Oh, 10 seconds.
Oh, he's going to open this. He's waiting to catch the time, and the bomb, though, it should be able to be put initially behind the silo. Crims, though, I was going to say could push through. Gambles that it was going to be the fake plant. It's not, though, unfortunately. And now he's going to make his way in and get that defuse. And he didn't want to give time for Lucky to set himself up, so he just charges in. And in the end, the UMP is not going to be able to make it work. So it's an 8-7 half for Double Pony. A fantastic position to be in, especially considering the start that they had into the half. And now the question is, are they going to be able to keep that up heading on to half number 2? Well, we won't get the answer, guys, until after this break.
Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night and never day. Even when I wash the floor, the dust still comes. Keep on hunting for the bread. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm. Far from calm, I know you feel me, brother. Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night, it's never day. Even when I watch the floor, the
It's half two. Double Pony have just kind of came out of nowhere. They were struggling initially, went down, I believe it was 4-0, started to scrap it back and forth a little, and then they managed to break Fnatic's economy at one point, and since then, Fnatic were just not able to get going again. They're going to need this pistol desperately now to get some early momentum in their favor here on this T side.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And yet again, just point out, really glad to see Double Pony, despite the missing, you know, experience against the top teams from a lot of the players, how they show up right here. And they're able to come back into this one, but this time Fnatic wants to make this round a quick success. Gets onto the A side very quickly as Double Pony is playing for the retake. Roland already up in ladder room. Not sure if he got hurt as well, but he could deal so much damage from there. It's really annoying to take him down, and he goes the first kill. Now they of course know that he's there. He can still draw so much attention towards him. Exercise now finds two. Jaquinho in the corner, misses his shots. And it's all down to Messi. Body is gonna take him down, and the defuse is enough because he has a defuse kit as well. And I actually thought Brolin, in the position he was, he can just deal enough damage for Fnatic to take this pistol round. But a great retake coming through here by Double Pony.
Yeah, if a little bit more had been done by Brolin, then Messi probably would have found that. It was only 10 health onto the last player as well there, which he wasn't quite aware of, unfortunately. But yeah, nice shot from in behind, nice try from in behind the site, rather. As we said, if he knew it was only the body, maybe could have come out on top of that one. No pun intended. But 9-7 now, as Double Pony managed to extend their lead, and Fnatic probably begin to become extremely worried. Again, they didn't have a great opening game. They did not have a good time versus FaZe. I believe losing out 16-5 in that matchup. And again, had a good start here and have now lost the majority of these last 11 or so rounds, I believe.
Yeah. Double Pony. How far can they go from here? Momentum, of course, even if we're just early into the second half, is always something really important, and that clearly is on the side of Double Pony. Buddy just finding this kill, and that was through the smoke. It makes it so much more frustrating. Really makes you wonder. Fnatic, do they have left here on the T side? We are very early into this, so it's of course way too early to say something like this, that the game is over and anything like this, but when it just comes to momentum, confidence, Double Pony looking like the stronger team right now, and Fnatic need another quick pause as well if the buy round, which is then of course going to be important, is not going to go their way unless they surprise us here. Alex is going to get the first kill on Lucky. Thought the round is going to explode from here, but it actually isn't just yet. Now it is. Push coming through. Exercise only gets one. Messi with the refract with the McTon spots the player. Oh, Afro, he got spotted out, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna get his kills. Just don't die, forehead. Afro's gonna take the third. And Double Pony gonna make it look easy.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it shouldn't have been too difficult. They weren't up against a fantastic buy, but still, being able to overcome the force, it is a good find. We've seen teams be toppled by the weaker buys many a times.
Hey, I was surprised by this because I thought Alex instantly is gonna look for the refract, but he was watching down the vents, so he wasn't ready to actually be in a refract position, because he would be the best one to actually take down Afro there, and that enabled him to actually get the 3 kills.
Yeah, even if he was just if it was just a few seconds really earlier on the swing, he probably would have been able to at the very least trade out his teammates.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, they were slightly limited on their weapons, so I think it was a bit of a gamble, hoping that they'd maybe force someone down secret early on, and that perhaps he'd be able to catch someone coming back up the vent, steal away a weapon maybe off of that as well. But speaking about stealing away weapons, they've done it in this round. Roland's got himself an M4 off of body. He must have been pretty aggressive. Yeah, indeed, outside on red. So he had pushed really aggressive, considering they know they're against an eco.
You could say Brolin picked this up. I picked it off his body. Gonna just start kicking off those body drops, you know.
This is getting
Anyway.
real dangerous though for Double Pony.
Oh, it is for sure. They're finding at least one kill back. Afro in a good position to maybe find a second for himself. The player on outside. The rest of them pushing towards B. Will they expect Lucky? Lucky might just as well maul them down. It's gonna be Exercise who fights back. Afro found the kill on outside as well. Hold on to Alex. Quick, great reaction of Double Pony. And one thing they do exceptionally well is just play off each other. Exercise being there for the refrag to just make sure the rotation is not gonna work out. While Afro still took care of his business outside and got the kill as well. Really well played here by Double Pony. And of course, Fnatic, they weren't looking to win this round. They definitely got themselves into a position where they were close to it.
Yeah, they were given a few opportunities though. As I said, Body went incredibly aggressive outside. You had the player push into ramp then as well. So definitely some chances given over that I think didn't necessarily need to be. And I think that's given a bit of a worry maybe even to Double Pony. Doesn't say who we've got this pause by, so that normally means it's a technical issue, right? So I think we might be unfortunately getting a technical pause right now. Our producer might find out soon enough what the issue is and whether we're going to be stuck here for long or not. But hopefully it'll be a fast one anyway. Positive is they're on LAN, so there's actually admins there who can help them and stuff.
I heard, I heard a sound. You know, you still hear this kind of chat sound.
Click, click.
Click, click, and that's mostly most likely the indicator of them saying, "Yeah, are you ready? Yeah, ready. Let's go." So that was the case, and we're gonna unpause the game, get back into it. Just a brief pause coming in here. Fnatic now, of course, with the buy. Finally, 5 AKs. You don't really see an AWP on the T side that often on Nuke. Talking about AWPs, let's see what Afro can do. In the last rounds, he has been quite effective in his role when he wasn't even playing the AWP. Let's see what he can do outside here. So for a calm round, Fnatic doesn't want to overpush it. Want to slowly but surely take control of the map to make sure they play off each other and play out their strategy.
They're still going to actually just go for the outside control. I think they want to put a little bit of presence towards main as well, since they've done the slightly deeper smokes, or at least keeping those players kind of busy because of it. But in terms of the damage being output by either side, it's only a small bit really caught onto the players as they were crossing over. The problem being, though, that it seems pretty set in stone in Double Pony's mind that this is where the pushes come true. They seem pretty aware of the fact that pretty much everyone at the moment is working towards this area. They've been given plenty of time to react and put Joko in position. Did, I think, for a moment, maybe have a second player coming down the vents as well, but it looks like they've abandoned that for now. Joko's just trying to delay the extra few seconds if he can, and now you can see again that's let Exercise this time get himself in the position. I know it technically says Exercise, but I know I'll mess that up half of the time when I'm saying it name quickly. So just for consistency's sake, I'm doing it the other way. Joko, though, gonna do what he can here as he gets chased down. The AUG, not the ideal weapon in that position, so he won't be able to really find anything from it, unfortunately. Can be good up close to get the one shot towards the head. When you're back score, definitely not the case. They line up for Lucky. Fantastic control on the M4. It's all headshots. Absolutely no luck involved there. That is all skill.
Yeah, that is indeed all skill. Beautiful spray transfer to then recover and get the other kill. Fnatic now they feel forced to get a the 3 pauses out just with 1 left. Yeah, beautiful. That was amazing. Just on point. Ooh, okay. Let's have a look at Fnatic's money right now. Not that optimal, so can expect, yeah, it's gonna be a semi-buy. Ooh. Okay. Either they didn't adapt as much to the Deagle nerf yet, which definitely has been very, very effective. Obviously, when you land a headshot, it's still the same thing, but body shots, that makes a huge difference. They have 3 Deagles, so that indicates to me more likely that they want to play around outside. Probably not, so maybe they just didn't adapt to it. But those, these kind of things, for example, what Crims just did, just spraying through the walls, just also not going to be as effective. Need the headshot going. Most likely won't, but the Tech 9s, of course, they are still the same level. They didn't get any changes, and they are pretty strong. A lot of trades coming through. Exercise. Be sure to keep it even, but in this case, Fnatic, they are able to pick up 2 guns, and they have Kevlar because they were able to invest that. Alex now going for the quick plant. Jaquinho still on the A side. Lurking around, but now it's all around timing, and Jaquinho is gonna get that kill this time. He's on point, and it's only down to Afro. And Alex, he should know where Jaquinho is, but it doesn't matter, because Jaquinho, he's gonna get the 3k in this round, and Fnatic out of nowhere gonna find one for themselves, but a much needed round indeed. Now look at the money, it's great.
Yeah, not too great at all for the CT side, as you were saying. And Joko and Body are a little bit low. The rest of them could, in theory, just about pull out the buy, but I think in this position, you just want the eco. You have a good lead. You're on the CT side of Nuke. It's a best of 1. You definitely don't want to be letting things slip if you don't need to. So it does seem like the focus is going to be fully on getting as strong of a gun round as they can, as early as possible. And, well, we'll see whether the pistols can do anything. Obviously, taking away the weapons out of the hands of a player or 2 here would be at least a decent result for the bit of investment they've put in.
Yeah, but even then, interestingly enough, we actually see an AWP here from Fnatic, so that obviously was a huge investment. But generally, if you win out of a semi-buy like they did just now, their money is in the perfect spot at the same time. They reset the money almost completely on double Poney. It just has been enough that they decided to go for an eco so they can buy up in the next round. But when it comes to money right now also staying alive for 4 players, even though the scoreline might not indicate it, Fnatic is actually now in a good spot. Especially if they now directly follow up with another round here. 9-12, but that quickly can change to 10-12. With Fnatic now having the momentum, the double Poney needs to eco, and you know how the rest of the map would be going. So let's see what Fnatic has left in the tank here. This round is all or nothing.
Yeah, Afro elevating himself. Not an angle you see too often. Can be pretty dangerous. No kills came of it this time around, although some pretty good damage has already been done onto both Afro and Body. But it doesn't matter, because the first kill still comes in favor of double Poney. Afro snatches Alex, who tried to creep over into the corner there. That I've surprisingly never had a proper call-out for myself over the, like, 8 years of playing CSGO.
Wait, which corner?
The one outside main, you know, under silo. We normally just say under silo or whatever. Always just being weird like that. I just kind of copped on there, like I've never really needed a call out for that. I'm sure people have one.
Normally you don't, yeah.
But it's surprisingly, I just don't have to say it a lot. But for now, it's calmed down. That first blood seems to have put a bit of fear into the eyes of Fnatic. They've slowed it down and are waiting, hoping maybe that some mistakes will be made by double Poney. And we've seen them continue to aggress while having advantages a few times. So I think it's an understandable reaction from Fnatic. But for now, double Poney, I think, realizing how much is on the line, not wanting to give anything away. But this A split's going to be big because they have no idea Brolin's in main.
Yeah, but at the same time, I want to say, at the same time, Buddy's in the perfect position to actually shut them down, but he throws at nades. He makes his position known. He wouldn't have made any noise. It would have been perfect for double Poney, especially with the time left. Now it's all down to Afro on the side. He's gonna get the second kill. 2 versus 2. How much can he actually do? Not enough, it seems. Still 20 seconds left. All down to Joko, and he's gonna go down. I actually think if Buddy doesn't make sound there, coming in from behind, because his timing was just perfect. But he also, of course, didn't see Brolin, so he didn't know that he was there. If he doesn't make any sound, he just waits a bit. He has such an effective role, because with the time left, and Fnatic suddenly need to take care of a player coming out of nowhere in a main, that just makes a huge difference. But with the nade, of course, coming out, Brolin spotted him out, was ready to take him down, and then take care of the rest of A.
Yeah, it did, of course, still work in their favor. But that was despite the strong start also that came in from the boys on double Poney with the initial frag going their way after Alex was taken out by the op of Afro. So it's unfortunate they weren't able to close out on that one, because now they're left on an eco. So Fnatic should be able to, fortunately for their sake, tie things up potentially even. I was thinking maybe we'd see a bit of investment here. I think the loss bonus, though, with the position it's in, they're happy enough to just not really buy anything. And then they should actually get a pretty strong buy. I don't think they'll be lacking a lot. But obviously, as I said, it means they can't really afford to invest anything into this round at all. So I was wondering what we were going to see. Just a Zeus, maybe some aggression. Are they going to push it outside?
I would love a Zeus kill. I think they're setting up for it.
It's not the best map for it, but down in secret, there's some decent positions.
It's all eyes on Lucky then. If he gets lucky. I should stop with those puns, honestly.
Hang on. What's going on? Joko and Exercise have just stolen away kills in towards Secret, and an AK and a Mac-10 have been taken. The Zeus is going to get a chance. It doesn't land. No! In between both of them.
No!
Shocking scenes. Shocking scenes.
I know you're starting that as well. What have I done?
The 3-on-3 though. Again, the number I can't say, so I love when I have to. As the bomb should be safely planted on towards B. Send the USP and the Mac-10 for some exits at least at this stage. I don't think you're pulling off the actual retake, unfortunately, without the defuse kit. But it seems like they do want to give it a go.
I mean, they could even just look for some exit frags, you know? Take down one more player. See if they can get another gun. But of course, that puts them at risk of giving away the AK if they get caught out. So it might also well be... They even... Wow. Joko now, the final player. He's gets a second... Jaquinho needed to be on point there, and was. I mean, even then it was hard to actually win out this round. But you get the chance to save up the. Oh no, my eyes! Why didn't you? Oh, why did you do this? Oh, getting the replay of the Zeus miss. That was so sad.
Yeah, my feed's going a little bit iffy at points, so I got to watch it in almost slow motion as well. I got to see the frame shot the Zeus between the two of them perfectly for a couple of seconds, and I was like, that's unfortunate. 12-11 though. We didn't expect a lot for Double Poney in that round. They literally only invested it into the Zeus, and while it can pull off a bit of a miracle sometimes if you can steal a weapon, it's fortunately not able to get much done in that previous round. Afro though, pushing up to ramp, supported by Joko, who to me is the standout player on this lineup normally, at least in terms of the stats. He's been a little bit quieter here, but of course Afro, he's been doing a fantastic job to lead the way, as they might have a chance of actually catching these door players before they move forward, or at the very least they're going to have a pretty quick flank radar coming through. We'll see whether...
a lot of information too here.
They're all coming back.
I Fnatic won't expect this. They might just run into this. Oh! Climbing up there. Maybe they can even catch some players outside. That would be huge. Joker can deal so much damage. There's one. That's a bomb dropped as well out of nowhere. Chaos breaking out. Fnatic is like, what? How did he get there? Gets a second kill as well. He's staying alive and they need to take him down. He gets a third.
I don't know. Joko's just nuts. Lucky should have this one free as well. Do you know what the issue was there? Is Alex's gun was invisible, so he wouldn't have been able to do anything if you've seen him. It's a lot of GoTV bugs nowadays. Either someone's gun's invisible or they're just missing a crosshair or something. That happens sometimes as well. 13-11, Double Poney. They welcome themselves back onto the board. They're back into this horse race, so to say. But the money is still there on most of the players on Fnatic. It won't be there very long, I'm telling you that, because Mezzi and Brolan can't quite buy, so they're going to need the drops over. Which is probably going to pretty much bleed Jaquinho dry, especially if he wants to get the op. He might only be able to even drop over one, so we'll see what way that works out exactly. But yeah, it's getting towards the end of it now for Fnatic. They won't have many more opportunities if they don't make this one work.
Yeah, indeed. And that round was kind of a wild card. Double Poney with a really brave push there out of ramp, and how smart they played it as well. They heard those players outside and were just like, you know what? They don't spot us here. They're still outside. They're just getting their setup ready right now. Let's climb up the ladder. Joko, outstanding from there, of course. I mean, first of all, you get the first kill. You also drop the bomb. Chaos breaks out. And then he just keeps on fragging. Was focused on the player more towards T-spawn, while there was another player on the roof with him. Switches over to the second player he got killed. On the roof, and then finishes off with the third. Just really, really great from start to finish, pushing out of ramp, getting up the roof after hearing the noise outside, and then getting this triple kill. Incredible round, really incredible round, and that's where you just say, yeah, Double Poney, well-deserved round for them. Fnatic, of course, still having the chance to answer here with this round especially. This one is going to be all important. The pressure is on them for sure. But of course, a lot of those players, they are they're used to this pressure. They have the experience. So you can't count them out just yet.
Yeah, well, at least the main couple of lads do. Crims has got it. Alex would at this stage as well. Roland, I suppose, and Mezzi as well, definitely starting to build it up. Chiquinho would be the newest comer there. But
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of experience on both sides, I've got to say it's relatively equal, to be honest, because you've got Body and Lucky who have tons over on the double pony side. And then Afro's, while he's not been playing on the top tier, he's been around for a pretty long time as well, I believe, within that French scene. Because I recall seeing his name
For sure.
quite a while back. So it's honestly kind of a relatively even level, let's say, in that regard. But this pause is another longer one, as it looks to be a technical one, I'm presuming. I don't know what the issue is.
Yeah.
Either way, I think Fnatic are going to be pretty happy with having a bit of time to chat about things to see what they can try and do on this T side, because they don't really have a lot of room for trial and error.
Yeah. Then again, I'm not sure how the rule is right now, because especially because...
Oh yeah, back on LAN, true. You can actually police people not speaking to each other.
Yeah, there might be a referee checking and be like, yeah, you're not allowed to talk, and I think you're allowed to talk if the pause is just too long because it's a big technical problem, something like this, so probably aren't allowed. But still, of course, even without talking, something which is really important to consider is just that the momentum, or they can actually, at least, with the shock of the last round where Double Pony was coming literally out of nowhere in this round, they can just swallow that and make sure to process it correctly to get into the next round. So, of course, still, even though not intentionally, coming in handy. And yeah, I mean, you mentioning, of course, players who even if they don't have top tier experience, they still have a good amount of experience from the French scene. I mean, the French scene definitely notoriously known to generally have a really, really stable scene. And a lot of national LAN events as well. So that's something, of course, coming in as well. While it's still definitely not the same as having top tier experience, is coming in very, very handy for those players. And they at least used that playing on LAN, playing under that kind of pressure as well. That's definitely nothing new to any of those players, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think most people here would be pretty comfortable in their current situation. I think most would be maybe Exercise, as you were saying. Perhaps he's played the local French lands as well, but I'm not really familiar with what he was doing before linking up with these guys. So I don't know if he's got all that LAN experience. But I think Jaquinho then maybe is the other guy who's a little bit of a newer comer to that. So it kind of evens out in that regard.
But, to be fair, remember the story I told you that I was going to the DreamHack Winter with Jaquinho? They were playing lands there as well, so
okay.
I know for a fact he has experience, but I'm not sure how much exactly, because it's still...
With this, I think it's more about the pressure of the RMR points that are on the line right now.
Yeah, I really feel like in some tough... Although Jaquinho definitely has been proving wrong, because there were some moments where he definitely also was under pressure and in the focus, and he stepped up with his frags, but there were a few moments, especially towards the beginning of the game, where he whiffed some shots, which I feel like he normally would hit. But then later on, he definitely also clutched out some rounds, so there's that.
Yeah, if you can find a bit more consistency, then he'll certainly be a name to be feared. Yeah, as we said, I think it was versus one of the weaker buys as well that he had kind of his main blunder when he missed the shot earlier on, and then I think things kind of went south for him in that round. But overall, he's been playing pretty well. It's been mostly a team effort from Fnatic as well. You have Mezzi, who's leading the way by a pretty decent margin, but other than that, everyone else is just about the same level in terms of the frags they're contributing. Same to be said over there on the side of Double Pony. 22 for Afro, 17 for Lucky and Joko, 11 for Body and Exercise. So it's been really everyone contributing when needed so far throughout this game, and it's going to have to continue that way. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we get more overtime games here. Obviously, we had a quad overtime in our last matchup on a Mirage. See if we can get one on Nuke, because that's a pretty good nade. Unlucky for Lucky.
Indeed. Afro just misses the player moving towards Secret, but at least can relay the information to the rest of his teammates. Brolin, I like his move. He's moving back up. Now he's moving out of Secret, and they might even move towards A, and they're always like, okay, but there was a player past Secret after, though. Now finding the initial shot. They really need to shut him down, because he has been outstanding in this game, but now he's using the attention all on him, so Joker can spray down. After follows up with another kill on Jaquinho. They played that well off each other. It's all down to Crims. And he's just gonna get finished off by Afro as well. Great round by him. Yet again.
Yeah, he's been by far the most consistent factor throughout the entire map so far for Double Pony. On 25 now, as we said. Been popping off on the AWP whenever given the chance, and I believe that's mostly only been here on the second half, because I don't think he pulled it out very much on the T side. Maybe only a couple of times, if anything. As you look at the very limited buy, they're actually all in on this. They're not willing to play for an overtime. It doesn't look like, Josh. They want to go all in, see if they can go ahead and start to come back right now. And Joko with a bit of a spam through the smoke on the Crims. Right onto the booty. But it is still a 4-on-4, as Lucky also fell elsewhere, which I believe gave an AK over, or a rifle over to Jaquinho. I do believe it was the AK, because I don't think he bought that himself. I'm pretty sure he had a pistol initially.
Yeah, I think so too. The good thing for Fnatic with this early explosion, it creates chaos. Exactly chaos you can use like this. Jaquinho coming in from ladder room, completely unexpected, and then now fully opens up the A side. Mezzy is planting. They're gonna get it down. Honestly, Double Pony with Alex striking out of nowhere, you just want to look for a save, and they actually do that. And for sure the better call, because you have no control at all. You don't really know where those players were. Afro, oh, you need to care. He's out in the open. Yeah, gets away from there. But it's still a solid save. Good decision by Double Pony. I like that. Because retaking here would be quite rough. But Afro needs to care now that he doesn't get run down.
There's no parity. He shouldn't get run down, but he still might get caught by the Tech 9. And indeed, free up for Alex. That's actually a massive fine for Fnatic as well. Of all the weapons to take away, it's the best by a mile, because they wouldn't have been able to get one of their own of their own volition if they wanted to. So yeah, nice little addition for Jaquinho, and now he can prove what he's capable of, Josh. Obviously, you want to see him performing at the moment. You've got those personal ties.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever chatted to anyone else from. No, I don't think any of these guys have ever been at any of the events I've done in person. So you've got a one up on me there for Matt.
But it's still kind of crazy, because I'm actually not sure. Might as well check. But it's still a big coincidence that he was in the same arc and everything. Because if you think about it, he was still really small as well, himself. And they were just going to the BYOC LAN, if I recall correctly.
Hard work.
So
look where he is now.
Yeah, for him to actually get towards Fnatic, I mean, that itself already came out of nowhere. Still, a big coincidence as well, because that's already 4 years back as well. More than 4 years, I think. It was DreamHack Winter 2016.
Oh, this play.
He was playing there. Yeah.
I've seen this before up in through the ramp with Afro leading the way and Joko up behind them. This was how they ended up with the players up on the roof before. But no, this time the off will actually be able to find some contact. Afro lands on Crims. Actually doesn't get the follow-up though, as the attempted trade had come in. And it's going to be Mezzy who does end up actually pulling things back into the 4-on-4 by catching Exercise. I'm not too sure how exactly that one was pulled off. Honestly, I'm not sure where he died right there. In on A somewhere, but I'm not sure how it happened.
Yeah, seems to be a crazy push, but knowing that Lucky is in this position, he could deal so much damage, especially with body coming in here as his body. 3 versus 2, Double Pony. Unless they get caught. Oh wow! I wanted to set up. I wanted to perfectly, this casting setup. How Brolan is gonna catch them off guard and clutch this out. Mac 10, of course, not the best gun, but Buddy was really low on HP, and even now got tacked down to 2 HP. But even then, it doesn't matter. He's gonna get the final kill as well. 15-12, match point for Double Pony. What a round, especially by Buddy, the in-game leader here. And Fnatic, money is terrible, and they don't even have a pause left. Oh, okay, so it's actually a tactical pause by Double Pony. but I'm not against that idea either.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 3 chances to close it out, but if they lose the first of those 3 chances in this round now, then they wouldn't have a ton of money onto Joko and Afro especially, and, well, whoever's probably going to drop to them now even, so you wouldn't have really any money in general. So, yeah, I can completely understand this pause. This is your best chance to actually put an end to it here and now. Lose this, suddenly you're getting maybe one more gun round when it's on 14-15, and it won't really be a fantastic one either. So they don't want it to get to that position. But yeah, this game's been a fantastic one so far. We're getting just close matches in general. 4 overtimes in the previous. It's coming almost down to the wire here and could still potentially go to an overtime as well. You weren't with me earlier, but we had some fantastic matchups over in the CIS region as well. Obviously, that one's only online, so the little bit of extra, I guess, hype being added by the LAN matchup and all the players in the EU region being just very excited to be together again in one location.
Always different on that. Wait, what happened?
Transition to a technical pause now.
Yeah.
Fnatic are happy with that. Again, depending on whether they can speak or not. If they can't speak, they probably aren't. Because then you're just sitting around, unfortunately, kind of cooling off in this situation, which probably isn't ideal. We'll probably get some news soon enough from the producer about what's up there anyways, but at the moment they can hear lots of typing in the chat. So they're conversing about what's going wrong anyway, so the admins are being informed.
Yeah,
I think we've had a reset already. Oh, we've had a player drop out. I've seen the players alive change to 4v5. So I think that's what's happened.
Yeah, someone dropped out. Probably some issues with the PC, needs to reconnect. Maybe restart. I mean, if it's just that, and
just an FPS bug. I've double checked here. It's actually in the in-game chat.
Alright.
He has to change his resolution. Okay. Initially, he tried to just change res, but then that crashed his game or something. So he's on the way back. And he's already rejoined. We're good now.
Alright. Yeah. The admins were just like, did you try turning it off and on again?
The admin has also confirmed, of course, that no communication is allowed during a technical pause. He said that in the chat there just to make sure they weren't that they weren't common with each other, and it was a handy timing for us to find out too. We presumed it, but you want to be sure before you truly say it. Either way, though, as we were saying, now 3 chances for Double Pony to go ahead and close this out. I don't know what they're going to do with a 3, but 3. No, you do it. Say the word for me, Bernd. Just say that.
3.
Yeah.
3.
So chances for them to go ahead and close this out. Thank you. I might need your help in some future sentences as well. But we'll see.
It's funny because normally, because for those who don't know, I'm from Germany, and a lot of Germans actually have this problem that they can't pronounce it.
Yeah, we just don't like our THs, so if I say like tink or anything as well, Banks loves absolutely ripping the piss out of me for that one when I say tink or ting as well.
I'm actually not against it when it's not pronounced perfectly, as long as you can understand it, because even like accent and all that stuff, it adds some different flavor. That's my take on those kind of things. But anyways, fast dawn coming in here, and this might actually be over really quick unless Brolin steps up, brings 2 kills back for Fnatic. Much needed kills, because else the round falls apart. Jakinyu now also stepping up. Get Afro as well. Whoa. Close one. They want to, of course, get the refrag here. 2-on-2. Flash coming through, just to make sure he can back off, so the round is gonna slow down just a little bit in this 2-on-2, and now it's a cat and mouse game.
Yeah, and it won't be as fun as Tom and Jerry, unfortunately. Much more serious right now with a lot on the line, especially for Fnatic, not wanting to let it go. And Alex catches the time and the jump up onto Body in Heaven. Suddenly it's only Afro left standing, and I believe he's actually down on B currently, so he's not really going to be able to do much about this bomb going down up on the A bomb site. We'll find out now, of course, as he hears it being planted, and well, does he want to move in for this is the main question. My instant response in my brain would be no, and I think that's the same for him as he moves in towards the back of the ramp now just to save that up over. So they I believe, are only going to get 1900. Actually, I can tab in. I forgot I have my GoTV open as well. So indeed, they're going to get 1900 into this next round. So with that, Afro could go ahead and drop over a weapon, but then you're still going to be lacking on the majority of your players. Even Exercise will be a little bit short. Lucky and Joko definitely won't have enough. Body would just about be able to buy, so it'd be very risky. So I do think even with this up being saved over, you're still likely going to have to see them take the 1 eco and then just give 1 real gun round to go again.
Yeah. That's for sure. I'd rather want to go for an eco, yeah. Considering that it's 2 rounds left. I wouldn't even buy anything into this round because on the CT side it's just way too expensive. So even a nade, it will not make a difference. You will not put a dent into the economy of Fnatic because that just won't matter. Maybe we will have a timeout coming through here. You know, maybe they're gonna pull it off with logic. They're gonna force buy into this one and be like, you know, we can force buy 2 rounds in a row and make that and maybe we get one of those rounds, make it super tough for Fnatic, you know. And it wouldn't even be against this logic, to be fair. It seems like Buddy with having good amount of money left, he's just gonna drop over P250s here to his players. I saw 2 drop down, so that's all they work with. I mean, of course, it's still okay to upgrade your pistols because you gotta keep in mind if they get a kill with it, they might as well secure a gun, can save it into the next round, and especially if it's an AK, it's pretty big.
Yeah, it won't be easy to actually carry that over again, but we'll see what can be done anyway. If the pistols, as you were saying, can even snap some extra weapons away, it could help them out with getting the finish, or maybe they can do it now, because Joko's already got himself an opening pick. Straight through the ramp and smoke. Out of smoke and ramp, what the hell are you doing, Dean? Words backwards, doesn't work out. Afro, though, has got another kill on the op. It's going to be a 5-on-3.
Oh, no, no, not like this.
I don't even know what's going on, honestly. How has it already ended up in a 5-on-3? The first kill especially, he just walked through the ramp smoke. There was no fight put up. It's going to be Body nearly catching another player.
Oh, he gets the dink.
As indeed, he puts Roland down to 15 and should have the finish now. This is potentially going to be how they finish it.
Oh, that would be so frustrating for Fnatic. Not like this. No. Finds the kill. There's Afro, refrag, bomb dropped. Only Messi left alive in a 1v3. At least knows where one of those players is. Of course, doesn't know where the rest is, and they know where the bomb is. And they of course will make sure that Messi doesn't retake it. Peeks in, takes an Afro, instantly pushing towards ramp. Expecting the refrag to come in from there. Molotov to block off any kind of push. Checks behind Body. Peek in. He does. Just quick enough so he doesn't get taken down. Keeps up the pressure on Messi, who picked up the bomb, of course. So he can go for that. He can look for the plant. For the smoke, probably going to drop down. No, actually, switches to the flash. Body's just going to block him off. 20 seconds left. Messi on 8 HP. This looks to be over. This looks to be done. Double Pony. Need this quick kill, Body, with the right timing. And Double Pony is going to win it 16-13 and get the victory here.